And welcome back, everyone. This is the First Inning Radio Show, live on YouTube and on Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and on what else am I? Twitter, the X Bomber 2011, and I'm along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good evening, DX Bomber. It is December 11th, 2019 that we're recording on, and it is the off season, and the Yankees made a big free agent acquisition last night.
Yeah, man. Yankees finally get cold, man, and just and also Yankees made a thing too, and also television was sold. So we won't be
Okay,
on television radio anymore. We will be finding a new home shortly. Don't worry. We'll be back on the
uh,
radio.
okay, excellent. And Spotify is still pretty good, so we're doing pretty
Yeah,
good.
so you can find the First Inning Radio Show on Spotify. Everybody knows. Spotify,
Right,
search the First Inning and any other podcast platform. But anyway,
right.
the Yankees got cold, man, at 300 million for 9 years.
Yes, $324 million, 9-year contract. He has an opt out after 5 years, which may be good because if he has five quality years with the Yankees, and then I doubt he'll opt out at that point because he'll be 33, 34 years old at that point in time. So I doubt he'll opt out. But if he does, that means that he had 5 great years with. And Cole finished last season going 20 wins and 5 losses. And in his final 26 starts, he went 20 wins and 1 loss with a 1.78 earned run average. And for the year, it was 20 wins and 5 losses with a 2.50 earned run average, and he had 314 strikeouts. So
And,
he is
and,
a
and let me
tremendous
give you
pitcher.
something that's mind boggling. You know, it's mind boggling that for every pitch that he throws for the next 9 years, you know how much that one pitch is?
How much?
$11,000 a pitch.
Right, right. Well, it's going to work out. I mean, that say he makes 32 starts a year, he'll be pretty much making $1 million a start,
Yeah, man.
over $1 million per start. And so he was the top free agent pitcher that everyone was going for, and the Angels and Dodgers were in the mix. He is from the West Coast, and the Angels and Dodgers both went over 300 million. But the Yankees made a very good push for him, and they brought Andy Pettit, and Hal Steinbrenner even went out there along with Andy Pettit, and they made a great pitch to Cole. And obviously, Cole went where the biggest money was, but both the Dodgers and Yankees both offered the Dodgers and Angels both offered over 300 million themselves. But Cole was also a Yankee fan, and the presentation that the Yankees made, bringing Andy Pettit out there,
Ain't
plus
that
all the
something? But
money.
but why would they pick Andy Pennant though? Why would they pick Andy Pennant to bring him there? How
Oh,
come they
because
didn't pick a teammate from the team that's now, or they just wanted to use a legend?
they wanted to use, an iconic pitcher from the past. That I think Cole even was a big fan of Andy Pettit. When Cole was growing up,
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's
and
another thing. Check this out, right? Here's another mind-boggling thing, right? You know they have this Yankee picture of Garrett Cole as a kid, right? At the old Yankee Stadium,
right,
with the sign that says a Yankee fan today, tomorrow, forever.
right.
Right. First of all, who took that picture, and how did they know that was Garrett Cole in that picture?
Holy cow! Maybe it was taken by his father or something. Maybe one of his relatives took the picture.
Because there's not a close picture. Like like they took it like arm distance. You know what I mean? It looks like somebody professionally took that picture.
Wow, I don't know. I don't know. I guess they organized it somehow, and they got the picture of the kid, Garrett Cole, at that time. and got him going there. But that was something that he was a Yankee fan, and the Yankees made a great presentation, and the Yankees really did open up the bank. You know, the Yankees have pretty much been a little bit in the financially responsible level for the past 5 to 7 years. You know, since they last signed Tanaka, to $155 million contract. But the Yankees had gone 10 years without having an appearance in the World Series, and they might have been feeling a little bit desperate. And they believed that Cole could put them over the top because Cole really is the top number one or number two pitcher in the majors. Maybe both the number one and two pitchers in the majors both play in New York now because the number one pitcher could be DeGrom or Cole or vice versa. So both DeGrom and Cole are in New York.
I mean, yeah, and you know what? They're definitely trying to secure the future because
Yeah,
they have uh Tanaka, Paxton, and these guys. Their contract is up next year,
right.
so they have to fulfill those spots again. So and you know what the oddly thing is too. The crazy part is too that there's only two players signed to the year 2027.
Wow. Yes, I know. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Because they
And
gave
oh,
Cole 9 years, so he'll be there to 2029, and Giancarlo Stanton will be there till 2027.
right. I hear you. I hear you.
So those are only
And
two players you got for the next. So you have to build around these guys. But you know what
right.
too? But nobody's thinking about too though that
What's
it
that?
affects the market on Aaron Judge now in the next 3 years.
Oh yes. Well, what they're going to have to think about all kinds of personnel moves.
Because now how are they gonna afford Aaron Judge with Gabe
Uh,
Torres and all these other people? How are they gonna afford Aaron Judge 3 years from now? How are they
yeah.
gonna pay him all that money? But now you have to understand too that 2 years from now, the CBA, that's
Right.
I guess the tax, something to do with the tax threshold there.
Right.
Uh, that is raising.
Right. Right.
That's rising to, I don't know how much it's gonna be, but right now it's 200 million a year.
Right.
It's gonna raise to a higher level, so they might be able to catch him still and keep Aaron Judge if that
Oh, yes.
happens.
Well, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to make different types of personnel moves.
Yes,
I mean, he's already signed Severino to a decent contract, a 4 year, $40 million contract. And they have Hicks signed to that 7 year, $70 million contract.
right.
And
But you
they're
see,
going to,
but right, look, listen. Here's the thing, though, right? They already know what are the guidelines on that CBA is gonna be in 2 years. So right now, where the way the free agent market is right now, they are thinking in the way of 2 years from now on how that CBA is gonna be. So
right,
that's how they're treating the market right now. If it was 2 years from now, with all that
right,
implemented, but I don't know what's implemented. They never even said anything,
right,
of what it is or what's gonna be. So I guess right now in the winter meetings, they're probably going through all that now. They're probably being informed on that now or was already. So they pretty
right,
much know the guidelines, and then now you're gonna see the market act a little differently now because of those guidelines. So you might see them all go over the tax threshold because sooner or later it's gonna be raised and they'll be under it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yes, I do. I
So
do. And the activity is a lot brisker this year than it was last year. Remember that, Machado and Bryce Harper pretty much didn't sign until February, but activity is going a little bit more quickly. this year with Cole off the market already by mid-December.
Yeah, now the big fish, the big white whale is what they're calling them now. In this winter meetings, now to catch is Anthony Rendon. You
Right,
know, so
right.
they're trying to pick him up, and also Didi Gregorius. He signed with the Phillies.
Yes, he did. 1 year, $14 million.
Um, Crazy about it was is that I got an alert saying that he agreed to terms with the Reds. Oh, hey, he
Aha.
signed a term with the Reds. So then in the morning, it was different. He changed it. He signed with the Phillies. So I guess something changed. I guess the Reds offered him something, and he took it. And then the Phillies came with something else, and he just took that and left.
Right. So he's reunited with Joe Girardi, and he's signed to a 1 year contract for $14 million, and he's going to try to, build himself up and then become a free agent again after the 2020 season and take it from there. But
Uh,
this is going to be his comeback year.
I wonder how the Philly fans feel about that though.
Oh well,
You got
I'm
you
sure
got
that.
you got this idiot Joe Girardi now coming to manage your team, the team that you hated, right? And we beat the Philadelphia Phillies for the World Series and all that with Pedro Martinez, who's your daddy, and the whole 9 yards. And now we
Right,
got Girardi there. I would be feeling some type of way, honestly. And then you got Didi coming to the Phillies now, and he was like the Yankee captain, kind of. You know what I mean? Like almost.
yeah.
So now you got like the Yankees over here, like you know what I mean? I don't know if they feel good about it or they just got to deal with it or what. I don't know.
Oh well, I know you're not a Joe Girardi fan, but a lot of people think very highly of Joe Girardi, and the Phillies felt very highly of Joe Girardi, and
You
that's
gotta you
obvious.
gotta play against Girardi. You gotta
Yeah,
play. You gotta play the visiting team and Girardi. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because
yeah,
Girardi is the guy to blow the game.
yeah. My goodness,
Yo,
my
yo,
goodness.
you got the guy pitching awesome right now, and then for whatever God knows reason, he wants to take him out to bring some other idiot to blow the game. There it is.
Yeah,
Game over. Yankees lose.
I see, I see. But
Well, at least he's gonna do that on the Phillies now. Too bad we won't ever see him in the American League unless we play them. You know.
right, right. Well, every 3 seasons, as Yankees rotate around the divisions of the National League. They just played the National League West last year. So I don't know if they're I forget if they're moving to the National League Central this year or the National League East this year. I forget how it rotates, but they played the West last year, so they're moving on to one of the other two divisions for 2020, and it's working out very good that the Yankees did this because they're really they gave him that ninth year, and no one is expecting Garrett Cole to be a superstar pitcher throughout the 9 years. But what they're paying for is the first multiple 5 or 6 years of the contract, and then it would kind of be a CC Sabathia type of situation after that. Where he would be getting paid, but he would be on the downside.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully, hopefully he can end up like a Tanaka and be good
Right,
for his whole career. You know what I mean? Even though Tanaka did have surgery again this winter, he had
right.
some bone spurs removed from his arm, whatever it was. But other than that, I think he could be healthy because the way the Yankees treat their players. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the level of maintenance is there on a player, to
Yeah.
take care of you. So it should work out for him.
Yes, I think so. And he was the ace pitcher, and Yankees went against what they had normally been doing. And because they had gone 10 years without making a World Series appearance, they went against their own standard that they had set for the uh, most recent years by giving him that extra year. Even with Cano, they didn't give him the extra years. When they were making a deal for Cano, they hesitated about giving that extra year. They did the same thing last year with Patrick Corbett, where they wouldn't go that extra year. But this year they decided that Garrett Cole was special, and they really went all out. And this time, Hal Steinbrenner was in on it, and they really wanted to get Cole. And as it stands now, they may be looking to trade J Hap.
Well, they better trade him like ASAP.
Yeah, just because he's due to make $17 million, and they would like to clear some payroll now that they have Cole there, and also with Domingo Herman and Montgomery and the star young pitcher DB Garcia, they have space where they could fill in. But I believe they are looking to move J Hap now.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy though? They still haven't re-signed no Yankee yet.
Right. I know. I've heard some talk that the Brett Gardner deal will come pretty soon now, and that they'll probably give him a 1 year, $10 million contract.
Yeah, I heard he was
Because
gonna make more than nine. What I heard he's gonna make more than what he made last year.
right, he hit 28 home runs this year. They're going to give him a bit of a raise, which would be important because Aaron Hicks may be out until August. So they could definitely use Gardner. It would be either Gardner or Mike Talkman at this point in time in center field.
Yeah, well they're gonna have to have Brett Gardner out there the whole center field to hold it down
Right,
the whole year, like he
right,
did last year.
right. And they haven't signed Dylan Betances. I don't know if they're going to part ways with Dylan Betances or if they are going to re-sign him. It depends. It'll be interesting to see what the Yankees do next. But they really wanted to get Cole, and he was the ace pitcher. And many of the baseball experts, quote unquote, are all predicting the Yankees to be number one team for the World Series now.
Yeah, man. And now here's the here and now here how it goes for the fans now, because you know the Yankees. This is what they do. They buy the big name, right? They hype it all up to make you buy these tickets. Hopefully they don't suck during the season and they don't tank. You know,
Right, right,
that's the reality of it. Because like we did last year, we were saying, "Oh man, Yankees is going to go all the way," and everybody got hurt. You know,
yeah,
what if everybody
yeah,
gets hurt again? And we can't do it again. And
right.
we turn into the Baltimore Orioles.
I
you
don't
know,
see us turning into the Baltimore Orioles, but many people believe the Yankees are the odds-on favorite to win the World Series. That they are a powerful team, even with the loss of Didi Gregorius. I mean, look at the guys they have in that lineup with DJ LeMahieu and Gary Sanchez and Gleyber Torres and Aaron Judge, and they've got one heck of a lineup still, and they still have a strong bullpen, and now they have added that missing piece. And really, when you look at their starting rotation now, it looks pretty darn good because you have the Garrett Cole leading off as number one, and then you have Severino at number two, and they didn't have Severino all of last year either. So they were without Cole or Severino last year, and they still won 103 games. Who knows how many games they could win in 2020?
well, yeah, that's right. And hopefully, well, when Domingo Herman comes back too, you have another guy. That's three, and those will be your three after next season.
Right?
And 2 years from now, those are gonna be your main three guys, and you got Jordan Montgomery there too. Hopefully, turn something around, and that'll be your four guys right there.
And they really are hyping up DB Garcia as well too. And who knows what they'll do with Tanaka? They may sign him to a smaller contract after his 7 year contract is up. They may sign him again. So it really depends on all the personnel moves that the Yankees are going to make throughout the course of the time period. And so we really don't know. We're just speculating. But the big move was that the big move of the day was Garrett Cole signing with the Yankees. Uh, he has been a tremendous pitcher. Is a risk to signing a pitcher to such a large contract? There always is. There always is, because no one can predict the future. If there's an injury, or these last several years were his best years, and he'll be on a downslide. Nobody knows. So there's always a risk in signing a huge contract like this. But the Yankees were desperate and felt they wanted to do it.
Well, Al Steinbrenner said it was a full court press to get this guy.
Right, right. It was. And when the Yankees have proven again that when there is a need and they really want to go out and get somebody, they are capable of doing it.
Well, I mean, the guy did finish second in the MVP voting of the year,
Right?
and Verlander beat him, his own teammate. So
I know. He finished 20 wins and 5 losses with a 2.50 earned run average and 314 strikeouts, and has tremendous control of his pitches, and definitely was the ace pitcher. And that is the pitcher that the Yankees felt that they needed to add to the rotation to get them over the top. And you really have to think about them as being the favorites now, because when you the Red Sox really aren't doing anything to improve themselves. And if anything, the Red Sox are looking to move David Price. There's talk of the Red Sox possibly trying to trade David Price to the San Diego Padres.
yeah, and they're looking to trade Mookie Betts as well.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
I think it's
And
either or they're trying to do.
right, and Joe and Evan, the midday guys on WFAN, are getting
Right.
hyped up about the Mets trying to get Mookie Betts after next season when he's a free agent.
Wow, that'll be awesome, man. Yo, since the Mets now, they're gonna get new management now. Somebody bought them out. Got a new owner
Ah,
now. So
wow, I see.
yeah, so the owners, the old owners of the Mets sold the team to the new people now, which the transition is gonna take 5 years.
I see.
Okay, so 5 years from now, these guys, the New York Mets, are gonna have some money to spend, and
Right.
and it's gonna be very scary 5 years from now with these guys. Actually, it's very scary with them now because they got Pete Alonso, Syndergaard, all these guys there now, and they can actually pretty much win a World Series as well.
Exactly. Exactly. I know there's a lot of Met fans that hate the Yankees, and Yankee fans that hate the Mets and all that kind of stuff. And as I've said many times, I'm not like that at all. The Yankees and Mets really don't affect one another. I know they play in the same city and they have a friendly rivalry, but the Mets are in the National League and the Yankees are in the American League, and they really don't affect one another unless only when they're playing in the Subway Series during the season and they play head to head.
And you know when the Mets is winning too in New York, because when the Mets is winning in New York, all the Met fans got their jackets on, their hats and T-shirts or whatever. That's when the Mets is
Right,
winning, you know.
right, exactly,
But
exactly.
I don't have a problem with Met fans or nothing like that. I enjoy it because Met fans know a lot of baseball as well. They know their game in baseball too. Met fans are pretty savvy in baseball knowledge.
Oh yeah, the New York metropolitan area people, those are the best. New York City really is a baseball city.
Yeah, and what I like about the Mets point of view or Mets fan point of view is they're telling me the point of view from the National League, which I don't get. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I'm an American League guy. I'm
Yeah.
not really a National League guy. I'm more American League, and I
Well,
kind of
you're a
stay in my
Yankee fan.
yeah, I kind of stay in the league. So I don't really well, but when I do watch baseball on MLB TV, I watch National League games.
Oh yeah, to familiarize yourself. Sure, sure.
Uh,
And that is great. I have the MLB.TV app on my big screen down here, my 40-incher, and so it's great. I have every single Yankee game, and so I'm all set with baseball. But I am very happy about the move that the Yankees made today, and I think this could be a great move that could get them over the top. And obviously, there's always risk with signing a free agent to that type of contract. But this is a huge contract. He is getting a larger annual average salary per year than Mike Trout even. He's averaging $36 million a year, Garrett Cole, which is even higher than Mike Trout's 35 million.
yeah, man. So I think right now they're gonna do everything they can. The Yankees management gonna do everything they can to try to win the World Series in the next 3 years before they have to deal with contract issues with like Gabriel Torres, Judge, and whoever else is coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
they're in a win now mode is what they are, and they
yeah,
they want they wanted to get over the top, and that's why they made this move to get Garrett Cole.
yeah, because actually time is running out. Even though it's gonna be a new decade, but time is actually running out. Crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean, how horrible would it be, Roger, if we lose Aaron Judge? Come on, like
oh,
really? If the
I
Yankees
don't,
can't afford him no more, they're gonna have to
I
rip
don't
out
see,
the judges' chambers and all that.
I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. The Yankees are going to make strategic moves, and what I believe that they may be doing is they may be trying to trade Jay Happ. Is what the move is going to be, and then you will still have. I mean, that is a nice looking pitching staff. You have
Yeah,
Garrett Cole, you have Severino, you have Tanaka, you have Paxton, and then you'll have Montgomery and Herman and the rookie that they might put in there, DV Garcia. So I mean, their pitching staff looks pretty darn good now.
and I wonder how the pitching coach is gonna do. Matt Blake.
Right, right. He's a young pitching coach. He's
He used
only
to be a
34
player
years
too.
old.
He was a pretty good pitcher. I think he played with Tampa Bay, right?
Right, I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, and by
In
the way, I
Oakland.
want to say congratulations to Hawk Harrelson. Hawk Harrelson has been a broadcaster, radio broadcaster for the Chicago White Sox for 33 years, and he won the Ford Frick Award and is going into the Hall of Fame as an announcer.
Oh
And
wow.
he's known for saying, "You can put it on the board, yeah."
Oh
And
yeah, 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 yeah.
so he's going into the Hall of Fame as an announcer. So that's very nice for him, Hawk Harrelson. He
He
is 78 years old,
he
and I
has
love.
a he hold on. He has a little I'm sorry, a little. He has a lot of Miguel Cabrera um lines too. I forget what they
Right,
are, but he has a whole bunch of them that he's famous. I
right,
think that's his
exactly,
favorite player too. The way
right,
he sings.
exactly. And he is in, and so congratulations to him. And hopefully we'll see John Sterling go in there too, because John Sterling is right around the same age, a little bit older, and has been broadcasting the Yankees for over 30 years as well.
Yeah, he deserves it as well, man. He's been through a lot of history in baseball, man. And
Right.
he only missed what, like 2 games?
Yeah, yeah, and they were just recently this year, so he'll be 82 years old this coming season, and that is incredible. That is incredible.
Well,
But
a lot of those announcers don't ever miss a game anyway, though, right?
right, a lot of them don't. A lot of them are real strong workhorses.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
and Michael K, he had to he doesn't miss a game neither, and he had to miss a game because he had to get surgery or because he had laryngitis or something like
Yeah, he
laryngitis.
had problems with his throat, and he had to be out for quite a while. Yeah,
You know, that's something
exactly.
different that he got sick. But fortunate. That guy, he talks a lot anyway. I can understand what's happening.
Oh, yes. And I would say we're just about at the end of our show now.
Yeah, man, it's about that time. But
Oh, right.
but let's see what the Yankees could do.
Yes, yes, exactly. So this was a good show, and I'm very happy about this free agent signing.
Yeah, man, and hopefully they can work on that bullpen now. That's what they really need to work on.
Right,
Because now they got some guys that can hold it down for a few innings. Now you
hmm
need some guys to hold it down in the back end. Other than
right.
that, the Yankees could win, man. I can see it happening if they could keep the errors down.
Yes, exactly, exactly. I think they're a very strong team.
Well, that'll do it. And you can hit that like button free of charge. Follow us on Spotify, the First Inning Radio Show. Search the BX Bomber 2011 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. See you again on the next one. So long, everybody, and see ya.
Take care.